likes
You guys
it.
were all on the same page with the woos.
Love it. Yes. Well, because it's your Wednesday. That's why you're like,
Oh, that's why.
Wednesday,
Can you be
everybody.
excited for all of us?
I can be excited for the rest of you.
yes.
I will see you guys Saturday and Sunday night.
right, holding down the fort.
Yeah, it's hump day for you.
What are you doing this
It's
weekend?
not bad.
Ooh, doing
Like to
a
hear
little
your plans.
traveling. I'm gonna visit some friends in California where I hear you guys are sneaking off to too.
We're all going to California this weekend, but not together. Is that weird?
Maybe we'll run into each other while we're out at the
Yeah,
beach
exactly.
or somewhere, you know.
And as I mentioned, I will be here.
Somebody has to.
Somebody's got to work. I'll be here with Rachel Cole, though. It's a great show. You should tune in on the weekends.
Don't worry, we'll have a cocktail for you. We'll be thinking of you while we're lying on the
stream
beach.
it live.
Yeah. We'll send you pictures.
Yeah, we'll definitely send pictures.
Okay.
Speaking of traveling and vacations,
All right, so
today's
we got a good
topic.
story. Yeah, so we got a good story today. This is out of England, so we're going to try to refrain from saying it with a British accent, which
Okay.
is so fun. But
Try.
so apparently this woman decides that she is going to visit her friend in Italy. Whose friend has a nice house in
The
Italy.
godmother of one of her children.
Godmother,
Oh,
one of her
godmother,
daughters.
okay.
Yeah, I feel like that adds another layer.
Yes.
Yes, adds another layer.
That's- yeah.
So before she's set to embark now, you know, it's very close to the travel date. Her friend writes her and says, "Oh, hey, BT Dubs.
Hey, girl.
BT Dubs.
BT Dubs, can you
By the way,
send me
in case you don't know.
$900 to cover your stay plus food?"
Yeah.
Plus the charge for food. So at this point, the woman's like, what am I supposed to do? She actually looked into she said it was prohibitive. She looked into canceling plans, looking somewhere else to stay because she just thought it was too expensive. It is a 5-night stay that she's staying at her friend's house, but she couldn't find anything on short notice, couldn't find anything cheaper. So she's like, what do I do?
And this is like the south of Italy, so it must be a nice location.
Gorgeous
of some
villa.
sort. She said she looked around to find accommodations for a family of 4 because they have 2 kids.
And
didn't
one of
come
them is the
any-
god kid, by
Yes.
the way, right? Yeah.
The godchild, and it didn't come with any. There was nothing available for less than 800 pounds, which was the price over the course of 5 nights. And I guess that makes sense. An Italian vacation, even if you're already on the continent.
Oh my gosh, for a family of 4? Yeah.
Yeah, and so hey, 5 nights, family of 4, 800 pounds. Her friend's like, hey, I'm giving you a heck of a deal here, but also I'm going to spring this on you at the last moment. So she posted this on something called Mumset, which is like a
Mumset.
Facebook group, a website. Yeah, we tried with the British accents. We tried, and then she elicited some reactions, and some people were saying that is a way that she is telling you she does not want you to come.
To stay with her.
Like, oh yeah, you can come and visit. That'll be 800
charge
pounds. Yeah. Okay.
Does the other friend have kids herself? Is she married? Like, we need to know that information as well. It's like, is it going to be a packed house where she's like, I have my kids,
So
and
they
then
did
your
say
kids?
the daughters, apparently the goddaughter and this woman's daughter are close in age.
Okay.
So they do play together. They haven't seen each other in a while, so they're reconnecting and this and that. So I guess the question we're posing today is, have you ever had an experience like this where you went to visit a friend and they've asked you to chip in or something that was more than a normal amount? Would you ever do that if you had house guests coming to stay with you? Would you ever charge them or ask them to pitch in for food, whatnot? We just want to know your opinion on this because it's definitely been a talker
Yeah, it's a big-
worldwide.
Yeah,
It's like a
complicated
worldwide
story.
thing.
Another question to ask was that person invited or did she invite herself? Because
So
if all of a
she
sudden she's
says-
like, hey, I'm bringing the kids.
She says in the article, in
Yeah.
her post, she says, she's always talking about we should come and visit, we should come and visit. And I thought to myself, is that just we'd love to see you sometime, never? Or was it legitimately like, why do you never
Right.
come and visit? 'Cause
Right.
if someone's putting I want to see my godchild, why do you never come and visit on you? And then you come and they're like, that'll be 800 pounds. That's really
way
messed
worse.
up.
Yeah.
But if somebody is like, come and visit.
Right,
And
anytime
"Hey,
you're
I'm gonna
like,
come and
please
visit,"
don't.
And they're like, oh, yeah, don't come and visit. But yeah, I mean, the other person, there was somebody that posted and said, well, hey, if this is, we never talk, I never come see you, but hey, I just want to come and vacation at your house, then like maybe
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, hey, you know what? You're
Exactly.
not going to use me like that, but that tells you you're not
Exactly.
really good friends.
No,
Right.
That's what
Right.
it tells me, is that we're not really that good of friends.
Right.
If you're going to go visit, we've got some very good friends in San Francisco. It's my wife's best friend, and they're always telling us like, come visit, come visit, come visit. And if they were like, then that'll be $800 for the weekend. And I mean, Berkeley's expensive, but I would be like, oh no, we're
Forget it.
We're not going to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Like when you have friends living in other places, like they're
Yeah.
trying to help you out, you know?
Right.
And especially, I mean, I have 3 godchildren, and there is no way that I would tell my best friends or, the kids' moms, parents, whatever, oh, sorry, you can't stay, neither can my godkid, unless you pay this much money. I would suggest, hey, why don't we all go grocery shopping together and pick up some things that,
Totally
the kids will love and blah, 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 and people pitch in.
Though, was that it was
plus
it was 800
food.
pounds plus food.
Yeah.
So your 800 pounds doesn't include the food.
What is that, like just room,
It's
board, water?
room, and they have
that's
a
terrible.
pool. So hey, this
gosh.
isn't like a Hyatt or something, all right?
So
This
my
is
thing was, I feel like this, you're trying to make money off your house guests, which I find bizarre. I can't imagine being like, oh yeah, come and stay with me, and because where else would you have gotten that $900 from? It's like you're making money off your friends. I think that's strange.
Yeah, everybody agrees. They're like, no, you don't charge your friends. Gail said, no, never. Diana said, that is crazy. I would never do that. So wrong in so many ways. And then Tiffany was like, why? Why would everyone even think of that? And then Michelle says, we offer our home to friends and family as a starting point for their trips west. Then they can schedule their side trips. She's like, I stayed at my sister's house when I went back to Ohio. I always made it a point to take them out to dinner a couple of times to show
what I
my
like to do.
appreciation.
That's what I like to do if I'm a house guest. I bring a gift. Oftentimes if they have kids and we have kids, I bring something for their children, and then I try to, you got to do kind of the sneak move and make sure you get ahead of them and pay for a really nice meal out. You got to do the sneak attack. Yes, we kind of mastered that move, but I feel like that's a good way to be at least attempt to be a good guest.
Also help out around the house, maybe offer to do the dishes and things like that, and help out in that way too if maybe you're really, really tight on a budget or something. And
we do have one person saying,
oh,
Really?
yeah,
Tell me more.
Nancy Baldwin, it costs more to get a hotel and buy food. Don't sponge, which I take to mean don't be a leech. Don't be
yeah,
what's the word?
definitely.
Not sponge.
Maybe not.
mooch.
Don't be a mooch.
Yeah. But we're thinking of giving back in another way, maybe buying dinner or, perhaps buying, movie theater tickets or something just fun, or grocery shopping with them and paying for that. You can maybe give them money in a different way that's helpful and kind of goes along with your stay.
Yeah, Nicole says the same thing. She said, never. We just share the expense for meals. We shop together, cook together, and drink wine together.
Sounds like a lovely house host.
I want
guest.
that. I mean, we're already kind of talking about it, but your behavior or your approach when you do go visit someone and they are giving you your place for free, don't you feel kind of beholden to them? Don't you feel like I need to do something? Like I can never equal this out.
Right.
And it's not just like, hey, I'm gonna stay at your house for 5 days and bring my kids, here's a bottle of wine. It really should be, we're gonna buy you dinner, here's a nice house gift for you or something like that.
No idea how much we appreciate it.
Or let me fill up your fridge,
sure,
for the week for your kids and my kids,
Well, that was another thing that I wondered that wasn't in the article, though, was had they visited before and wrecked the place and been bad house guests, and they were like, oh, you want to come back? Well, remember last time?
We're charging
That's
you.
gonna cost
We're going to need a deposit.
deposit.
Here's a security deposit.
And we're locking the mini fridge.
It sounded like this was a first time. We're coming to see the villa. We're coming to explore Italy. And they were like, money up front.
Hang on.
Wow. Yeah.
Money up front, that is another thing. And, well, what makes this really messed up, from what I read in the article, again, I wasn't in this exchange between these two women, but it sounds like they had already booked flights and things. Like they had already planned the trip out, and this was like, oh yeah, you're coming next week, it'll be 800 pounds. This is definitely something that if you are going to charge your friend, you got to let them know up front.
For sure. Because then she was in a rock and a hard place, because she's like, I've already planned this whole trip with my family. I'm assuming this is like a summer vacation thing. Tickets times 4. And now she's kind of stuck.
Right. So you put your friend in a difficult position. And well, I should tell you, too, the article tells us that at the end, they both had a frank conversation over the phone. They reached an agreement that they were both happy with. So there is a little bow to tie on the end of this to say that I guess they're still friends. They still have a relationship. It doesn't say if the trip still happened, but I assume if they negotiated some sort of a price, that there was a trip.
I feel like they brought the price down. There was some that's what I read into it. I said that there was some sort of negotiation they both could agree on with the money.
I kind of feel bad too. This woman posted it on this forum instead of just calling her friend up and being like, "Yo, WT, whatever."
Dubs. BT dubs.
Right? Don't you have to sometimes ask and be like, "Am I crazy or is this weird?"
Right.
Like sometimes you have to ask other people.
I guess that's what
Am
she
I
wants. She wants to say,
wrong
"Am I
be
crazy?"
offended?
Right.
Before
or
she
is
called
this,
and said, I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
Seems like there was a piling on effect with most people who think it's a little crazy.
A little bit more input. We have a guest room plus separate casita. Good for you. We love when friends stay with us. Wouldn't dream of charging them. Plus, I act as a tour guide to show off Arizona to them.
Oh, that's
that was from
awesome.
Frank McSorley. Thank you, Frank, for your comment. No way unless they totally move in, Linda Coyle. Yeah, fish and visitors smell after 3 days. Have
There
ever
you
heard that
go.
old-
Yes.
That old saying, don't stay longer than 3 days. Maybe that was the deal, 5 days. You want to stay 3 days, it's free. You want to stay an extra 2 days, 800 pounds.
Charge you.
Pay the
That is
innkeeper.
definitely European rates. Susan says,
Yeah.
my friends and family never charge me, but I always bring a nice gift, take them out to eat. And when I leave, I always leave a bouquet of flowers with a $50 to $100 tucked in the card to help out with the cost of my stay.
That's
very
pretty
nice.
That's a great idea.
Clever, yeah.
That is
'Cause
a
then
clever
you're not just
idea.
handing somebody money, which
Thoughtful.
always
Just
feels
So
dirty.
awkward.
Right.
It's a more classy way to do it. I may steal that idea. Thank
I
you.
like it.
Imagine if you left a bouquet though and like forgot to put the money in, and they're like, "Hey, I got your flowers, but there was something missing."
What if they didn't know money was supposed to go in
Yes.
there? So
Oh
they
yeah.
just
What if
immediately left
they?
nice
Yeah,
flowers?
what if it came in a nice vase and they like got rid of everything afterwards because I dropped the vase, whatever. Never found the money. Just thought you were a cheapskate and left really nice flowers.
I would probably be just happy for the flowers.
Yeah.
Like, fresh flowers are one of
Flowers
those
are
things you don't
pretty.
ever want to buy, but they always look so lovely.
Yeah.
All right, we want to go to our in case
In
you
case
missed
you
it
missed
moment.
it, let's,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
fun
what
one.
do we have?
So, I mean, you mentioned it's sometimes called a honey bear. It's got a tail like a monkey. It's called a kinkajou, although you said it's Snicklefritz the kinkajou, and I thought, or is it kinkajou the Snicklefritz? I don't know what it is. Is it a monkey?
Okay, so that is a really good guess. Most people, when they look at Snicklefritz, they think she's either a primate or a marsupial.
Yeah.
But she's actually part of the raccoon family.
Oh,
Believe it or not, she's related
I
to
would not have guessed
raccoons
that.
and coatis.
I'm hanging
Yeah.
out with exotic raccoons.
Totally. Yes, you are.
All right, so you can see Snicklefritz. Oh, she just bit the grape and it splashed on her.
You're getting all sorts of juices on you today.
Oh man, it's all over the place.
Can you still taste that grape?
No. So it just got the side of my face. So it
We're like, I hope
wasn't
it was
anything
the
in my
grape
mouth.
and nothing else.
I know.
I was very concerned that she was going to poop on me. This is a wild animal and it's sitting on you, and wild animals, well, they like
Oh, I
to
think
poop
there's
with.
something on your one shoulder. oh, no, just.
But she was very
so
sweet,
cute.
very interested in my hair gel.
Yes.
I've
She's
got
licking your hair gel.
I've got one hair gel that slicks this over. I've got one that keeps the cowlick down in the back, and she was licking like the crown of my hair where your hair
She likes
starts
that
growing.
one.
Really?
She was just like licking it until you brought
Yeah.
out the honey, and she's got this really long tongue, so she was going back and forth licking my cowlick hair and then licking
You
my
loved
ear.
it.
Oh, well, I was. Vanessa thinks it's funny, but I was like, is it weird if I kind of enjoy this?
He's
Not
like,
at all.
this feels good. Keep going. You know when someone plays with your hair and it feels good?
does.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, when you get your hair washed or cut, you're like,
Or like when an animal plays with your hair.
Your gel must taste like honey. Have you
I
ever tried
know.
it?
She was loving your hair gel.
Well, they put sweet things in hair stuff to make it smell nice. You wouldn't eat it because it's poison to you, but if you're an animal, you don't know that.
Well, let's hope it's not poisonous because she's off to the wildlife zoo. So hopefully she enjoyed her little snack she got this morning, which is super cute. She sure
you guys
enjoyed
didn't
you.
get to play with her. I asked Rachel. I said, "Do
we
you
were
want me to
busy.
put her on your shoulder?" And she was like, "Nope, I'm good."
Okay, I did one for a photo, but yeah, she was really like her tail. We were talking was super long and strong. In addition to these like super long claw nails,
Yeah,
there was a lot going on.
It
A lot going on.
definitely
The long
seems like
tongue. There
something-
was like a lot going on.
it definitely seems like something that could hurt you, something that could scratch you, something that could bite you. But like the
she was so
little sweet
gentle,
thing could
though.
not have been nicer.
Nah, she was super sweet.
I love it.
And I'm not just saying that because she was kind of romancing my neck.
She definitely was.
He's gonna tell his wife, honey, can you lick the back of my head right here? It feels so good.
Oh man, no.
He's thinking about it a little bit.
It was super relaxing, right?
Well, yeah, it was. I was balancing like, hey, that kind of feels good with like, is this thing gonna give me rabies?
Oh no!
Oh my gosh, I would have brought her.
know with
Might
wild
maybe
animals.
scratch your face off.
That's the
only
thing.
good.
Like we got to play with a lion last month,
Yeah,
like a little
that was
baby
so
lion,
cool.
and I was like, just never remember this thing's going to become a 500-pound killing machine in a matter of years. Better get it while it's cute, but it could still scratch and bite you.
It
So
bit me. It bit my little finger, but it didn't leave a mark.
that's always in the back
But
of my
its
head.
paws were really big.
Yep.
It didn't smell very good.
All right, well, next up is our fresh.
You want to do the fresh squeeze juice, Vanessa?
Yeah, so NASA is giving kids at U.S. schools a chance to make history. The space agency wants them to help name Mars 2020. Okay, the Mars 2020 rover. The Name the Rover contest will be open to students this fall. But what about the space-loving adults? Well, you have a chance to become a judge. Right now, you can apply online to sift through the thousands of entries expected, and we'll post the link on our Facebook pages as well, or this Facebook page. So, okay, since I butchered that, basically they're giving kids a chance to name it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
the
adults
parents
get to judge.
whether
Okay.
the names are good or not.
And I just saw the Grover, which is the rover
Okay.
that they developed and tested in Flagstaff for the Apollo 11 mission 50 years ago this year. So,
Is that a name for our former president?
you know what? I'm not sure
Grover
the history of it,
Cleveland?
but Grover the rover, the
That's
geologic
right.
rover. Grover,
Yeah.
maybe because of a little ring to it. So yeah, but I think kids are probably gonna get real creative with
With
this
the
one.
name.
I can't wait to see
Here's
those.
a little bit of irony for that. They have to give this to kids because they did the same thing in the UK with an exploratory submarine, some piece of science, and the overwhelming public vote by adults was Bodie McBoatface.
I remember that one.
So Bodie McBoatface, and the science minister in Britain was like, very British, I'm sure. You can't possibly have that name. That's ridiculous. So they decided to name whatever they were going to name. They named it something else, and then they named something else Bodie McBoatface to appease all the people that they had vote for it. And then Bodie McBoatface made a discovery. So it was like the biggest discovery ever made by Bodie McBoatface. Now I think the Mars rover people, the NASA folks, have made the rocket scientists. So they've made a smarter decision by saying, kids, you name
You
it
do
because
it.
you'll
You
take
name
this
it. The adults
seriously,
will
and you won't do it ironically, and the adults can judge. But I actually posted the story on my Facebook page yesterday, and the first comment was Marzi McMars. Marzi McRover face. Hold on a second. I got to read. Talk
oh my
amongst
gosh.
yourselves.
Yeah.
What name would you come up with? I don't even know.
Oh man. What was the honey badger's name? Snicker Fritz?
Snickle Fritz.
Fritz.
There's some debate as to
Fritz is a
whether
good
it was
one.
Snicker Fritz or Snickle Fritz.
I know. I was saying Snicker Fritz, but I think that was just because I was hungry.
Hungry for
Yeah.
Snickers.
Snickerdoodle or a
Yeah.
Snickers something this morning. Yes. So that's cool. We'll post that to our Facebook pages as well so you guys can see. In case you want to enter, maybe your kids can enter. You can enter to be a judge. That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
What do they
Somebody
win?
come
Do they
in.
win something? I didn't read that part.
You win naming rights.
You say that you
Bragging
boast
rights.
about it? Yeah.
Marzi McMars Roverface.
Yes. That works.
Yeah.
Definitely has a nice ring to it.
Oh,
That's going
Bodie.
to do it for us today.
Children are our hope
Great
in our future.
weekend.
We had a lot of people chiming in, though, about the
Oh,
topic, so
house
that's
guests.
great.
Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Everybody's had a house guest they didn't enjoy and one they wish would come back soon if they pay some money.
Say be good to each other.
Have a great
weekend.
weekend. It's Friday. Yay! Woo! If you're heading out of town,
Happy Bye.
enjoy, because it's going to be,
safe.
what, 110 here this weekend?
Yeah, get out of town.
Yeah.
Or find a pool near you.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Or stay inside.